Hello, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's topic is hustle and grind culture. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share your thoughts and comments. Wow, this has really been affecting me recently, which is why I want to talk about it. Hustle and grind culture. If you don't know, I live in the US. I live in America, the United States of America. I live in the United States of America. And this way of life is prevalent in society. The work hard mentality and then get what you want later. Um, it's just honestly, for me, it's not sustainable and it's very draining. And I want to talk about it. So I always grew up with the belief system, it was in my family. If you work hard, you'll get money. If you go to school, you get a degree, you find a good paying job with good benefits, then you will be good for life. And honestly, that never really sat well with me until I started waking up or becoming conscious. Look at my little, it's so cute. I'm pretty sure this was like a honey jar that we finished and we just repurposed it and now I can drink my smoothie in it. But like the shape of it is adorable. Mhm. So life happens. I started waking up and I started critiquing, observing more the lifestyles of those around me who did exactly that. Got went to school, got a degree, got a good job, and how they were living. And what I realized is that it's not necessarily sustainable. They were still struggling. And of course, there are so many different layers to that, different things in their paradigm, different habits and thought beliefs. But I realize that even if I do what society tells me, what is expected of me, it's not guaranteed that my life will be abundant, that I will live my dream life. So I started seeking answers outside of me, books, first and foremost, books, knowledge, seeking knowledge. Um, so the books that I started off with was Rich Dad Poor Dad. That was the first one. And then eventually I started really liking Bob Proctor more. So I started Think and Grow Rich, more listening to the audiobook. All of these things, honestly, all the books that I'm mentioning, I listen to the audiobook more than I physically read, but I do supplement physically reading the content as well. It's just easier for me to listen over and over and over again, so it actually seeps in. So, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki helped me put things into perspective. You have the quadrants. So, you have employer or employee, you have business owner, investor, and then there's another one that I'm forgetting. So, that really helped, like understanding that there are different people who make money, different types of people who make money, and different types of people who get results. So, highly recommend Rich Dad Poor Dad. It talks about like assets and liabilities, how most people will spend money on things that don't make them money or depreciate in value. So, it costs you more. Like if you drive a new car off the lot, that is a liability, I'm pretty sure, because yeah, I'm pretty sure it is a liability because it's not giving you money, whereas investments are assets and you want to get as many assets as you want. It's not that liabilities are bad, it's just that we like things that make us money. So redirecting our energy and our money from expensive things that take a lot to maintain or depreciate in value, and getting our money and putting it towards something that will give us more money in the future. You know what I mean? So that was a very helpful book. What else? I really liked Think and Grow Rich. I think the principles in that book are amazing and they have taken me very far. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Bob Proctor loves that book. I know I'm going to study it when I'm done studying the other finance books that I am working on. For the most part, I do listen to what is his name? Earl Nightingale's condensed version of Think and Grow Rich. It's like 40 minutes long. So he breaks it down like these are the different steps that you want to do. But of course, Think and Grow Rich is a classic for developing the mentality, developing the habits, having your goal, like really breaking it down, desire and persistence, and the impression of increase. I'm pretty sure that's mentioned in that book or something similar. All of these things, masterminding, very, very valuable content is found in Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I highly recommend that with these books that I'm mentioning, you study them. And that's what I do. That's why I listen to it on repeat over and over and over again. I study these books because I really want it to be ingrained in me. I'm not just looking to like gain a few key points. I want to apply the knowledge because I know that it's very helpful and useful. So for the most part, Think and Grow Rich, I just listened and never really sat down and read it. The Science of Getting Rich was the next one on my finance journey, and that is super, super good. The Science of Getting Rich is incredible. I have it on my iPad. I have the Proctor Gallagher Institute version on my iPad, and it helps me. I really just it helped me get into the habit of reading daily because it's such a short book that I could read a chapter a day and I was good. I would like to read it in the morning, and it's just a beautiful, it's very wonderfully written. I would say that, let me say, Think and Grow Rich and The Science of Getting Rich are the philosophical principles of building wealth. The kind of not the application of money, if this makes sense. So we're talking about kind of in a way abstract ideas and really cultivating that. So I love The Science of Getting Rich. Thank you, Wallace D. Wattles. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. Incredible. The chapters are really short. The audiobook is like 2.5 hours maybe. And sometimes I would put this on like 2x speed and just listen to it like seriously daily, really ingraining it in me. I would listen to different chapters on repeat, like the gratitude one. I would listen to it once, listen to it again and again and again and again and again. I would put this audio on when I'm going to sleep. Yes, very helpful. The Right to Be Rich, so freaking good. It helps you understand what abundance is. I love the beginning chapter. That's more like um, understanding your place in the universe and how the universe works and the principles that you can apply so that you can get what you want. So, gratitude, the right to be rich, like you are allowed to want what you want. That's important. Helping you deconstruct your old paradigms, old ways of being, old patterns around money. It really helps you see money in a new light. That's why I really love this book, and it's helped me so much. There is a Science of Getting Rich. Is money monopolized? So, like, basically, do a large portion of people hold money or whatever? Highly recommend. Like, you can't have it, helps me break down my old beliefs around money because I used to see money in a very negative light. So I can't necessarily feel good about money if I think that it's evil or if I feel like I can't have it or I shouldn't have it. This helped me seriously see money in a new light, appreciate money, and love it because the energy that I feel about money is how money will treat me as well. If I'm scared of money or if I think it's a burden or I feel like I shouldn't have it, then I'm not going to have a harmonious relationship with money. Money is energy. At the end of the day, everything is energy. And so I freaking love this book, The Science of Getting Rich. Ingrain it. Seriously. So powerful. I kind of want to read something. I'll read the last portion, like chapter 17. It's so good. And it may not make sense because it did not make sense to me right away. That's why I continued to study it. because I wanted it to make sense and I wanted to, understand the science of getting rich. So, chapter 17, a summary of the science of getting rich. If this doesn't make sense to you, study it until it makes sense and you see your life change. Seriously. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. You can form things in your thoughts, and by impressing your thoughts upon formless substance, can cause the thing you think about to be created. In order to do this, you must pass from the competitive to the creative mind. Otherwise, you cannot be in harmony with the formless intelligence, which is always creative and never competitive in spirit. You can come into full harmony with the formless substance by entertaining a lively and sincere sense of gratitude for the blessings it bestows upon you. Gratitude unifies your mind with the thinking mind so that your thoughts are received by the formless substance. You can remain on the creative plane only by uniting yourself with the formless intelligence through a deep and continuous feeling of gratitude. You must form a clear and definite mental image of the things you wish to have, do, or become, and you must hold this mental image in your thoughts while being deeply grateful to the Supreme Power for granting you all of your desires. If you wish to get rich, you must spend your leisure hours in contemplating your vision and in earnest thanksgiving that this reality is being given to you. Too much stress cannot be laid on the importance of frequent contemplation of the mental image, coupled with unwavering faith and devout gratitude. This is the process by which the impression is given to the formless substance, and the creative forces are set in motion. The creative energy works through the established channels of natural growth and through present industrial and social order. All that is included in your mental image will surely be brought to you when you follow my instructions and when your faith does not waver. What you want will come to you through the ways of established trade and commerce. You must be active in order to receive your own when it is ready to come to you. You must more than fill your present place. You must keep in mind the purpose to you must keep in mind the purpose is to get rich through the realization of your mental image. You must do every day all that can be done that day, taking care to do each act in a successful manner. You must give to every person a use value in excess of the cash value you receive, so that each transaction makes for more life. And you must hold the advancing thoughts so that the impression of increase will be communicated to all with whom you come in contact. The men and women who practice the foregoing instructions will certainly get rich, and the riches they receive will be in exact proportion to the definite of their vision, and the riches they receive will be in exact proportion to the definiteness of their vision, the fixity of their purpose, the steadiness of their faith, and the depth of their gratitude. What I really love about the science of getting rich is rich is not just money. Rich, we're talking about having abundance and wealth and fulfillment in all areas, mind, body, and spirit. So it can be applied to money and finances. It can be applied to relationships. It can be applied to um, anything you really want, all of any of your desires. That the science of getting rich will help you, and it really is philosophical. Really setting down the basis, like what is the universe, how can we connect with the universe, um, what are the things that you need to do. You need to think in a certain way, you need to act in a certain way, you need to do things effectively, act effectively, and do everything that you can do in a certain way, best that you can, always doing your best, leaving each other with the impression of increase. um, all of it really important. Highly recommend. Read that book, study that book. I love The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Lee Wattles. All right, now the next book I would recommend is The Richest Man in Babylon, and I technically just finished the program for The Science of Getting Rich. I started listening to the audiobook The Science of Getting Rich daily last year. And I would say that has made a lot of sense. And I've been consistent with this for a year, every day, consuming the same content. And it's because I love it and it's changed my life, and I want it to continue to change my life. And I really want it to be deeply ingrained in me. So I am going to still keep that in my back pocket, the science of getting rich, but I'm going to move on to more finance books and understanding how to manage money, right? Because you are not going to get a lot of money or maybe feel satisfied with getting a lot of money until you break down your old money beliefs. Old money beliefs, old thoughts about money, all of that. You need to get rid of that, move it out, clear it out so that you can bring in what it is that you really want, which is probably to feel fulfilled, probably to feel rich and actually deserving and harmonious. Like feel satisfied and like happy that you have this money instead of like feeling burdened by it, or scared of it. You know what I mean? So those books, Napoleon Hill, and Wallace D. Wattles, Think and Grow Rich and Science of Getting Rich, combined are really powerful tools for overcoming your old ways of viewing money or richness, or wealth. So next we're going to a finance book that I'm actually reading, The Richest Man in Babylon. And I don't know too much about the history about this book. I don't know if it really was created in Babylon, written in Babylon, but this is so good. If you don't know how to manage money, you need to read this book. It is brilliant. It really is. I also have The Richest Man in Babylon uh, on Spotify. I just search up and I listen. I found so many audiobooks on Spotify. The Richest Man in Babylon, maybe Think and Grow Rich. I'm not sure if I actually like fully listened to it. And The Science of Getting Rich. I found 48 Laws of Power on Spotify. It's my lifesaver. I love audiobooks. The Richest Man in Babylon is incredible. It talks about so much juicy content, like how much you should be saving, how to pay off debt. Um, I love this one chapter about like chance or opportunity, where it's like the goddess of good fortune or good luck. I think that's how they describe it. The goddess of good luck. And it's just, wow. There is wisdom in all of these books. Seriously. Um, you might have to get past the language. It's very wouldst thou be interested in hearing, or how thy worthy, very ancient, but so good. Don't let that stop you from gaining the wisdom, and read it. Read the stuff and apply it, please. The Five Laws of Gold. I'll go over that real quick. The Five Laws of Gold. Again, you might have to get past the language, but when you study this and really begin to embody it, it makes more sense. The Five Laws of Gold. Gold cometh gladly in increasing quantity to any man who will put by not less than 1/10 of his earnings to create an estate for his future and that of his family. So gold will come only when gold will come gladly in increasing quantity to any person who will put at least 1/10 of their earnings to future savings. I don't know why this is okay. Let me see. Okay. 2. Gold laboreth diligently and contently for the wise owner who finds for it profitable employment, multiplying even as the flocks of the field. 2. Put your money towards investments. Gold will work diligently for you and happily for the wise owner who finds for it a job. Put your money where it will make you more money. Okay? 3. Gold clingeth to the protection of the cautious owner who invests it under the advice of men wise in its handling. 3. Gold will stay with you and cling to you. Um, Gold will cling to the person who takes careful care of it, who protects it, and who will invest it with the advice of men who know what the hell they're talking about. We're not just, oh, you're telling me that you can flip my money and I just have to give you $5,000 and you can flip my money. No, we're not believing this bullshit because lots of people will lie. We are only trusting people who have proven themselves, that have results, and that are actually skilled in making more money or in growing money. So that's law number 3. Gold clingeth to the protection of the cautious owner who listened to men who are wise enough in handling money. 4. Gold slippeth away from the man who invests it in businesses or purposes with which he is not familiar or which are not approved by those skilled in its keep. Number 4, the fourth law of gold is gold will escape the man who invests it in businesses or purposes which he has no knowledge of and which are not approved by those skilled in money. You will lose money if you don't know what you're doing and if it's not approved by those who do know what they're doing. Don't lose your money by being stupid. I've been there. Like I've been there. Like I get it. That's why I can talk about this, and that's why I realized I don't know how to fuck to handle money. So hence the richest man in Babylon giving us this gold. This is golden wisdom. This is beautiful stuff. Then the 5 laws of gold. 5. Gold flees the man who would force it to impossible earnings, or who followeth the alluring advice of tricksters and schemers, or who trusts it to his own inexperience in romantic desires and investments. Boom. If you think that you can do get rich quick schemes and boom, you're gonna like grow overnight, like you're gonna wake up tomorrow with billions of dollars, gold will flee you. Your money will disappear. Be very smart, be very careful. Okay, you probably don't know what the fuck you're doing. Okay, don't trust people so easily with your money. And there's one last quote that I want. It's so good, it really is. And then they go into more depth. Where is that? Well, basically, the story goes that like the father gave the son some money and gave him like maybe 200, let's say 200, and the son had to prove that to the father that he was good at handling money, and he had to prove this if he wanted to inherit his father's belongings, estate, whatever. So the son was given money and the 5 laws of gold, and he had to figure out what to do with this money, and basically at the end he realized that the wisdom from the wisdom of the 5 laws of gold is much more important than the gold itself, because if you have the wisdom you can always make the money. If you know how to make money, if you know what to do with it, if you know how to handle it well, then you can always bring in more and keep more. But if you only have gold and you have no wisdom, you don't have the brains to handle it, then in a second it can disappear. So I really do love this book. It is so freaking good. It really is. The Richest Man in Babylon is so important, and I wish more people were fans, I guess, because it is life-changing. That book is very life-changing. And what else did I want to say? The last thing, there is a chapter in that book, The Richest Man in Babylon. It talks about, I mentioned it before, the goddess of good fortune, basically like gambling and stuff like that, how people will, I don't know, like just spend money or like not be wise with how they spend their money. I think that's so important because, yeah, like money that you win through gambling, like let's say you win $1,000 and you only put in like $20, that money, it doesn't mean a lot to you, honestly, because as quickly as it came is as quickly as it can go. So it's talking about like instant gratification versus delayed gratification and working and building something. All of these books are so incredible, and it's helped me so much with hustle and grind culture. I know I got a little sidetracked, but I guess that's what I wanted to talk about. So hustle and grind culture, it's draining. If you know how to handle money, if you know how to acquire money, if you know how to get rich, if you know how to attract money, if you know how to keep money, you should be good. Honestly, I am over, you need a good company with good benefits. You need to learn how to handle money. You need to learn how to handle money. I honestly believe that I'm an entrepreneur. That's like me at heart. Like, I don't do well with the rules and regulations and stuff. Like, I like to be me. I like to be free. Not to say that I hate working for companies. No, it's just that I do a lot better and I feel a lot more free and at ease when I work for myself. And yeah, that's not for everybody. But basically, like, yeah, I love what I do in all areas, and that's the most important aspect, honestly. I do love what I do. So that's why I'm okay with doing what I do because I'm not hmm, I'm not miserable doing what I do. And hustle and grind culture, if you are miserable in a job, it can destroy you. It can destroy you and it can make you a terrible person because you're miserable making money. And it doesn't have to be that way. I really hope you know that it does not have to be that way. You don't have to sacrifice you or your life for your money. And I really hope that you find a way out of that situation. I really hope. And if anything, hopefully these books can help you wake up, learn something new, do something differently so that you can get the results and live a beautiful life. Hustle and grind culture, I really think that it's a trap, like a rat race, always having to go, 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 go and get, just so that you have nothing and you need to get more because you have nothing. I don't want that for us anymore. I really don't. Um, Escape hustle and grind culture, escape the rat race. It really is possible. You just have to do things in a certain way. Science of getting rich, little like, hey, hey. Um, you have to do things in a certain way. There's one more thing I think I want to talk about. What's the point in being rich and having all of your desires if you're miserable or if you're too tired to enjoy what you have? You deserve the life that you want, a life of ease, of flow, if that's what you desire. You don't have to keep breaking your back or making yourself exhausted. Please. You don't need to work super duper hard and lose sleep because of money. I really want to tell you, I really want to show you that there are different ways of living, but it all starts with you and your paradigm. Hustle and grind culture, it's draining and it literally looks like death to me. Like it is awful. I don't like that. Um, and that I'm not saying that I don't like to work. That's not the thing. I don't like to work miserably. I don't want to be miserable when working, one. Two, I don't want to be so exhausted that I can't enjoy what it is that I've worked hard for. Worked hard for. I like to play. That's my paradigm. I like to play and have fun, and I get paid for that. I don't want to work hard. I want to play hard and get my money, bitch. Like, yeah. So, yeah, it's possible. If you are seeking a way out, I believe in you. Please check out those books that I mentioned. I would love to know your thoughts. Please, please, please let me know what you think. If you have anything to add to this discussion, you are more than welcome to. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I appreciate you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. Ciao, Beja.